Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 985, and today's topic is the treatment of solid industrial waste. Actually, most of the solid industrial waste are produced by chemical industries, and in very small amount the other industries are producing, but mostly the solid waste are produced by chemical industries, where we are manufacturing different type of acids like sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, and even in cement industries and other paper and pulp industries. So all these chemical industries, they are producing lot of solid waste, and these solid wastes they are produced in tons, especially out of gypsum or gypsum phosphate. And in order to treat them, we have to follow three methods mainly. Either thermal treatment. In the case of thermal treatment, all these waste materials are put in furnaces, and at high temperature they are burned by burning, that is thermal process. Then by oxidation. Oxidation means all these waste materials, they are dumped inside underground, and slowly by the process of oxidation these solid materials are disintegrated. And third one is by the action of bacteria, by decomposing these solid material to simpler one with the process of fermentation. So these are all methods which are used to treat the solid waste. And in most of the cases, actually three types of industrial waste are produced: solid, liquid, that is water waste, industrial waste material, and then gaseous form, in the form of sulfur dioxide gas, in the form of nitrous oxide, all these gases, or even methane or chloromethane. So most of these wastes are actually solid waste from chemical industries. So I am going to give one by one. So here I am discussing the treatment of solid industrial waste. And as we know that most of the solid industrial waste, they are produced by chemical industries. So number one is the chemical waste from industries like that of silicones, smokeless powder, insecticides, and TNT. Manufacturing chemical industries are acidic in nature. So all these industries which are producing these products, insecticide, TNT, silicones, and smokeless powder, in explosive industries, silicon for our solar panel, even for our cell phones, for multi-purpose they are produced, and they are producing, that is, acidic waste, and mostly they are solid. And these acidic waste, unless they are neutralized, they can remain acidic. So here we have to look for the neutralization process in order to disintegrate or neutralize them in the form of salt and water. Nature and thus requires neutralization. Some chemical waste require biological process, oxidation, and that biological oxidation, that is called oxidative degradation. And in that oxidative degradation, very complex solid molecules, they can be broken down into very small teeny particles in the form of sand waste. And methods, for example, corn starch waste mixed with domestic sewage. So corn starch is produced, and if that one is mixed with domestic sewage, the biological oxidation will take place, and because of the presence of different type of bacteria or microorganisms, they can disintegrate with the process of oxidation. And that process of oxidation is nothing but a fermentation in presence of enzymes or bacteria or microorganisms. Number two, the large amounts of solid waste that pollute and poison the soil and the world ocean. So, lot of solid waste nowadays produced because of the industrialization, because of the establishment of lot of new chemical industries to process new type of chemical substances. These solid waste, they are first making our soil toxic and poisonous, and then finally the world ocean. Ocean are found in the chemical industries in order to protect the biosphere. Biosphere means where we are living organisms are there, and if I say living organism means it includes vertebrate, invertebrate, higher animals, lower animals, and including plant material. And also the economical purposes, it is extremely necessary to process solid waste into useful products or at least decontaminate them. Number three, the greatest amount of waste are found in the production of first is that is sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So once we have industries to produce sulfuric acid, it is producing in tons the solid waste. Sulfuric acid and phosphoric acid. Production of, for example, calcine soda, synthetic fibers, and plastics. These industries are also responsible for producing solid waste. For example, production of 1 ton of sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, from pyrites leads to the formation of about 0.6 ton of solid waste. So, in the production of 1 ton of sulfuric acid, we are producing almost very close to 1 ton, this almost same amount or half of that amount, there are 0.6 tons of solid waste that is called cinders, containing about 58% of iron, 3% copper, and a small amount of valuable metal. So these cinders, it can be processed chemically to use it for our economic purpose, to extract the iron, copper, and some other valuable material. Number four, the cinders can be used in the metallurgy and production of building materials. Similarly, 1 ton of phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4, produce leads to the formation of 4 to 8 tons of waste such as phosphogypsum. So once you are producing 1 ton of phosphoric acid, in that production of 1 ton of phosphoric acid, we are producing solid waste from 2 ton, that is from 4 ton to 8 tons of phosphogypsum. So here let me mention this thing, that whatever waste we are getting, that is called phosphogypsum. It's a type of gypsum material and which contains sulfate, phosphorus, all these substances, and this gypsum can be converted again into sulfuric acid and cement, and also some usually raw materials for the construction of houses and buildings. So these phosphogypsums, which are produced as a solid waste material, can be reprocessed into different usable materials like sulfuric acid, like cement, like some other material for the construction of buildings. So number 5, phosphogypsum consisting of calcium sulfate with a mixture of phosphate. Phosphogypsum solid waste can be processed into sulfuric acid and cement or into building materials. It can also be used in the improvement of soil. So this phosphogypsum, it can be used as a substitute of fertilizer, that is inorganic fertilizer, because it is containing phosphate, and phosphorus is very important material for the plant growth. So number 6, in the production of calcined soda, up to 8 tons of waste containing this soil and water basins, such as sludge and distilled liquor. So this calcined soda in the form of solid waste material, it contains 8 tons of waste, and that waste contains sludge and distilled liquor is found per ton of the production of the product. The sludge can be processed to obtain individual sodium, calcium chlorides, lime, chalk, and precipitate of calcium hydrogen phosphate. So this your calcined soda, which is produced as a solid industrial waste, chemical industrial waste, can be again converted into chalk, into this lime, and also into calcium chloride and sodium. Number 7, the methods of decontaminating and eliminating solid industrial waste. Industrial waste consists in biological oxidation, thermal processing. Actually, this solid waste material which is produced by chemical industries mostly, 2 methods are very important to decompose them or to destroy them, either the biological oxidation or thermal treatment. And globally, I can say that thermal treatment in furnaces is widely used, and it is most effective method of destroying or damaging the solid industrial waste from chemical industries. So thermal processing, that is the incineration of waste in furnaces, the dumping in surface dumps, that is sludge accumulation, and the burial of the solid waste under earth. Also one method is used where lot of solid waste is buried under the earth, deep under the earth, and there lot of microorganisms, they play very important role with the help of that is oxidation, and that oxidation means it is fermentation, and they are converted into some usable hydrocarbons into the earth. And the biological and especially the thermal methods of the eliminating solid waste are the most effective and convenient, and globally used to dispose of the solid waste. So globally, 2 methods are very important. The first is that is thermal treatment in furnaces, and second is that is biological oxidation to decompose, to destroy the solid waste. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.